In terms of the Nicolas Petit-Friere absence, do we know how that's going to shake up the offensive line?
Yes. Excuse me. I just my vision just got taken from me there for a second. Um, yes, and it's a ready-made solution. Honestly, Thayer Munford, who was a previous starter at tackle, will move from left guard over one spot to left tackle, and Matthew Jones, who has been a starter at guard various times for Ohio State, will fill in. So I've got the start chart right here. Um, Munford will be making his 45th and final career start. He is finally done. This was his super senior year. He is done and done. And so that'll be it for him. Matthew Jones has started 5 games in his career and 2 of them this year. So this will be his 6th career start theoretically at left guard. There was also talk that Paris Johnson, who could move out to tackle next year, who's playing guard right now, the right guard position, could have also possibly jumped out there and started. And maybe they'll even rep him a little bit at tackle in this game. I don't know. But it seems like Paris Johnson will move to tackle next year. So you have 2 kind of transitions here, one for this single game, which seemingly is as simple as Thayer Munford moving over, and Matthew Jones, who's done an outstanding job. He was an honorable mention All Big Ten player and only started 2 games this year. I think that'll give you an idea of what people thought of him as the 6th offensive lineman at Ohio State. He just did a fabulous job when he was in there. And there was a lot of debate, including I posted a story with Kevin Wilson here. It's a ready-made solution. Munford to tackle, Matthew Jones to guard. As we said, I think what will happen next year is Paris Johnson will move from guard either to left tackle or to right tackle. DeJuan Jones, the big guy, 360 pounds, could play right tackle or left tackle. To me, the guards would be Matthew Jones and Harry Miller, the guy who sat out this year, most of the year, because of injury. And then I would envision Luke Whippler would be back at center. He did kind of a bang-up job there. I don't know if he was an all Big Ten player, but, if they feel that's their best 5 that gives them the chance to win. Maybe it's Harry Miller at center and somebody else at guard. I know Josh Fryer is a name that they talk quite a bit about, and Donovan Jackson was a blue-chip guy, a freshman this year, who they used as kind of a blocking H-back type guy. They put a eligible receiver number on him in some sets, I think 41. Sometimes they slapped on him and said, "You're now the H-back, go." So they like his mobility, obviously, as a guard, and maybe he wins the job at guard. So they've got options. And offensive line through the end of next season, to me, is going to remain, Michigan game notwithstanding, a strength on this team. So I think that they're going to be okay there for this game and also for the future, at least through the end of next season.
So then, Steve, moving to the Haskell Garrett spot, how do you think that impacts the defensive line and who gets a few more reps there?
Yeah, I would have thought Antoine Jackson, but again, maybe his situation is a little bit up in the air, whether he's even with the team. I can't imagine a scenario where he didn't come with this team for this game. I don't know why that would even be, because I've heard nothing about that. But and now I'm just looking out the window, and here it is. It is 11 a.m. and there is bumper-to-bumper traffic on the freeway out here in Los Angeles, and I'm just sitting here just smiling, laughing at it. But at any rate, I think Tyleik Williams, the true freshman, a guy who really flashed at midseason and then kind of went back into the witness protection program after that for reasons that never were really clarified why he didn't get to play much down the stretch. Jerron Cage is another guy who had some good moments. Taron Vincent is a guy who has played a lot of football on this start thing. Let's see. Taron Vincent. He started 5 games this year. Jackson started 9. Garrett started 8. Cage started 1. Ty Hamilton is another one who could be in that mix. He started 1 game. So, they've got some guys there. They need some people to play and actually play better than what we saw against Michigan. Was not a good outing, certainly for the defensive line. Kind of got blown apart in that game. So I think we want to see, what who lines up at defensive tackle and if they'll have an impact in this game, because Haskell Garrett, and he really wasn't right the last couple. He only started one of the last 4 games in the regular season. He wasn't right down the stretch. His number of plays had dwindled quite a bit by the end of the season. So something wasn't quite right with him. Again, what it was, who knows. But I'm interested to see how it all shakes out.